Ignorance can become a disease. It's one of the major factors that contribute to one's low self-esteem. Like, it can make you devalue yourself. I decided to just look into the dictionary and find out what actually ignorance means, and it simply means lack of knowledge or information about a thing, about a place, about a situation, about a person. Like, it's just the lack of the knowledge about something. Okay. And what I've also found out is that you can have knowledge, I mean, not wisdom, but you can have knowledge, okay? You can have knowledge and still be ignorant, okay? Let's take an example of a cake. Like, you want to bake a cake, okay? So, but you do not know how to go about with it, but of course you know, okay, you need a recipe, and you just need a recipe, okay? So you go and buy yourself a recipe, maybe in a booklet, like at a store, or in this day and age, like, you just go to the internet, get yourself a copy of one of those recipes, and then you don't read it. Like, you just drop it there. You're like, hey, I will bake that cake, like, maybe tomorrow, because you got caught up, or you have something else to do, or something like that. So now it means you have the knowledge, but you are still ignorant. You are still ignorant about how to bake that cake. You do not know what you need, how much eggs you need. You don't know how much sugar. You do not even know what actually you need for the cake itself. So it means you are still ignorant about baking that cake, despite of you having the knowledge, despite of you having the recipe. Okay. It's and sometimes I think, even me myself, I can I buy books, okay, that I want to read, and then maybe I don't get the time to read them, or like I procrastinate. I'm like, I'll read them sometime, okay. So and then I just drop it in my shelf, or it will just be laying there for some time, okay. So the people who have libraries and they're walking around and looking at, like, when they pass by, they look at the library and they're like, wow, they just feel filled with knowledge. They just feel like they're a person of wisdom just by looking at the books. But the fact is, unless you've opened those books, like, you are as ignorant as a person who has never seen a book in their lives, okay. So it is by you opening the book, by you comprehending that knowledge that you have acquired, by you reading the book that you bought, okay, and then coming to that understanding of what is in the book, of what you need to bake that cake, of until you come to that understanding, like, you are still ignorant about that topic, about that person, about that something of your interest, okay. So um after you have read it, after you have come to that understanding, then you are a person of wisdom, okay. Then you are you're wise now. You're wise about that thing that you want to do. So and I think most of us, like, have had this saying that goes that knowledge is power, but the truth is, knowledge without wisdom is useless, okay? And unapplied wisdom is as equally as useless as knowledge without wisdom in it, okay. Because again, let's stick to the example of baking a cake. Like, now now you have the understanding of how to bake the cake, okay. You've read books about it, you've watched YouTube videos about it, maybe you've even attended seminars about how to bake cakes, so now you know you can almost bake every cake in this world, and I mean every cake, okay. Like, you just know it, and then you don't do it, you don't bake it, you just don't, like, you're like, I know. Someone asks you, can you bake an apple pie cake? I don't know. You're like, yeah, I can do it, I know how to do it, but you never do it. It is useless. It doesn't benefit you, it doesn't benefit anyone. And why am I saying this? Like, most of us are caught, especially in this day and age, like, we are caught up in this knowing. Like, we almost everyone knows everything about anything, okay. But even if you ask yourself right now, and if I'm lying, like, just comment in the comments, like just drop a comment and be like, you are lying. But how many things have you really like been interested in? And maybe you even watched videos, as I said, you've read books about it, and then maybe in finance, or maybe, as I said, baking, or maybe learning a new skill, okay? And you've not done it. Like, you actually know what to do, but you've not taken the initiative to do it, like to apply the wisdom you have into action, like to apply the wisdom, like so many of us do that. And really, like, if you know how to bake the cake, come on, get that flour, get that sugar, and bake your cake, have your cake and eat it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. I would really be so grateful.